What is travel insurance? Travel insurance protects you against the loss of non refundable travel costs, the costs associated with an accident or illness that occurs while traveling, or both. Depending on the type of policy and certain terms of the policy contract, you can be reimbursed for prepaid expenses that would often not be non refundable, such as airfare, hotel and tour fees, when a trip is canceled, interrupted, or you are unable to travel because of a covered event, such as an unexpected illness or bad weather. There are 5 types of travel insurance: trip cancellation, interruption, delay, emergency medical assistance, medical expense and medical evacuation, baggage insurance or personal effects coverage, rental car damage, and accidental death and dismemberment. Let's take a look at each of these. Trip cancellation insurance often covers non-refundable prepaid travel expenses when you cannot travel because of illness or death, your own or someone in your immediate family, weather, or tour operator default or bankruptcy. Travel delay insurance pays you back for non-refundable prepaid travel expenses, such as hotel fees, if you are unable to make the trip because of unexpected travel delays, for example, a flight delay or cancellation. Emergency medical assistance coverage is often broken down into 2 groups or parts: medical expenses and medical emergency evacuation, transportation. The medical expense part covers medical and emergency dental expenses that you have because of an injury or illness that happens while you are traveling. Medical evacuation or transportation insurance reimburses expenses incurred for emergency transportation to a medical facility in the location where you are when medical care is needed, for transportation to a facility near your home, or both. Baggage insurance or personal effects coverage pays you back for the cost of items that may be lost, stolen, or damaged while traveling. Often, this coverage does not cover personal items that may be lost or damaged by an airline. As with any insurance policy, there are often coverage limitations or exclusions, such as for electronics or jewelry, so be sure you read the terms of the policy before you purchase it to see if the policy meets your needs. You should also check your homeowner's or renter's policy to see if it covers losses to your personal property while traveling. Rental car damage insurance provides coverage for damage or loss to a rental vehicle that happens while you are renting it. It does not provide you with liability insurance protection. Although you are not legally required to have collision coverage for a rental vehicle, if the car is damaged while in your possession, you could be responsible for the cost of repairs. Accidental death and dismemberment insurance pays a certain amount if an accident happens while traveling that causes the insured bodily injury or death. Some policies may limit coverage to the type of travel involved. For example, an in-flight policy only covers death or dismemberment during a flight, and common carrier coverage only covers death or dismemberment while traveling on public transportation, such as a train, ferry, bus, or taxi. It is important to read the terms of the policy to understand exactly when this coverage applies. The broadest coverage possible is for death or dismemberment that occurs at any time during the trip. Policy exclusions. Like any insurance policy, it is a good idea to check not only what is included, but what conditions are excluded from the policy as well. Although every policy is different, some of the most common travel policy exclusions are pre-existing conditions, pandemics such as COVID, civil and political unrest at the traveler's destination, pregnancy and childbirth, and coverage for those engaging in risky activities such as bungee jumping, backcountry skiing, snowboarding, etc. We will now go over some general information and tips to consider when deciding to purchase travel insurance or not. Before purchasing a policy, read the entire policy to make sure the coverage is what you need. Not all travel insurance policies are the same. Travel insurance can be purchased through the travel agent, tour operator, or an independent insurance producer. Travel insurance may duplicate other insurance coverage you may already have, including your homeowner's policy, personal property anywhere in the world, life insurance, accidental death, health insurance, and auto insurance. It is important to understand what coverage you already have and if additional coverage is necessary. Check to see if the policies have exclusions for pre-existing medical conditions, and if so, if there are any time limitations placed on them. Travel insurance can be purchased for a specific trip or to cover all trips over a specific period of time, such as 1 year. If you travel frequently, you might consider purchasing a multi-trip travel insurance policy, which could offer certain premium savings. When reviewing a travel insurance policy, pay close attention to the cancellation refund restrictions. Some policies place specific time frames on when you are entitled to a full refund. Cruise and tour operators may offer cancellation waivers. Keep in mind that waivers are not insurance policies and are not regulated by the Maryland Insurance Administration. You should read all the terms, conditions, and restrictions that apply before you purchase a cancellation waiver. If you have any questions regarding the insurance company or the policy being offered, contact the Maryland Insurance Administration at 410-468-2000 or 800-492-6116 or at www.insurance.maryland.gov.